Your lady needs you. Go! Today, I repay my debt.
And now, WWE presents the Royal Rumble.
Jesus, I hope that didn't blow anybody else's ears other than mine.
No, it got me too.
Does every week.
Yeah, I'm bleeding.
God. I was on the wrong audio output. Sorry, guys. Everybody.
What'd you say? What? Huh?
Yeah, this is why we mutiny on Engage. You know that, right?
Yeah. Oh God, sorry, guys.
Ah!
Okay. What?
Ah!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night's Royal Rumble, where I fuck everything up, and let's just say hello to JV.
Hi. He screws it up. I just woke up literally like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, he did just wake up. And speaking of just waking up, Nomi, how you doing?
I'm doing better. This morning I had my voice completely shot, but I did my natural medicines and eating fermented garlic and drinking my teas and making my own antibiotics, and I feel a little better.
Wow.
Yeah, she has the crud that I had last week, and I still cough a little bit. So it's
I still have a cough. Yeah. I almost threw out my back on stream last night while sneezing. So yeah, I'm sick.
That's wild. Speaking of wild. Lily 300 mirrors, always making people mad on the zit to it twat. What's up, Lily?
It's been a very quiet week on Twitter. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that, or it's going to pick up.
No, it is. Well, I kind of walked you into it. Sorry, so it's on me. My Twitter will be the one that blows up. And speaking of the first time here, and welcome to Adam the Renaissance Nerd, also known as Adam the Red Shirt. If you've seen, Hey, how's it going, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I survived Wheel of Time today. I've survived Ahsoka. I've survived Ahsoka this week, and so I'm all right. I mean, since this isn't Engage, I'm not sure what my role here is. I'm supposed to die for your protection, but I don't think I have to do that here, do I?
No, it's okay. No one has roles here either.
Okay.
I have a role, but he's not here this week, so my job was easy.
Actually, R2 actually uploaded something new, and I have a feeling this has to do with Mr. Shadu. So here you go.
He is my neighbor. He is paining my assholes. I get the cloak radio he cannot afford. Great success.
I like it.
All right, let's say hi to the chat. Cluu says Ahsoka flops. You people just don't like women. That's true.
Dude, that thing is that a big pile of stupid sausages.
Yeah, I caught up on the last two episodes just 2 days ago. Zillich said haters gonna hate. Yeah.
Those last two episodes makes you want to push an old man down a flight of the stairs.
I mean, I'm not that violent.
I am.
Well, I could be that violent if the need arises. Don't worry.
Thank God JV's the oldest one here, so he doesn't have to worry about pushing himself down the stairs. Man, you know what? I have to be honest with you. New microphone setup. This is the first time I'm used to hearing myself, and I hate it. Does anybody have that feeling where you like listen to yourself? You have like
we do too. We do too. It's fine.
Yeah. Speaking of, what's up, Nerd?
That's for the old man crack, you dick.
Yeah. Keely Chow says, "Hey, everybody." That would lead JV to say, "Roll Tide."
Roll Tide.
Yeah. Keely says F&T raid, unofficially, but you know,
nice.
Mr. Tickle Truck says hashtag F&T raid. Even though I didn't come from there, I would have on a normal day. Yeah, they I was a little behind myself. I just got back from dinner, and then my computer was ready to go, and then I fired it back up, and it was like, oh, Windows update, and I'm like, you son of a bitch. So yeah,
That's always fun.
yeah. Zillage says, I've seen a gaming tournament come to an abrupt halt because of an update. Oh yeah, no, that's absolutely. Samuel the Infamous says, hail and good evening all, and hail motherfucking Royal Rumble. Let's see those likes rise. Yes, because we are. I need to. We are on mine and JV's channel. We are simulcasting. Mr. Tickle Trunk says, get the lead out. I don't know what that means.
Damn.
Oh, that means hurry up. It's
Yes.
wow.
Wow.
It's been a while since I've heard that. I'm sorry, scrolling down because all these about technical difficulties where I was fucking it up. I swear to God, I'm usually better than this. Not. Wookie Be Bad says, hail all. Speaking of
Wookie!
it's good to see Mr. Wookie Be Bad. He was on last time. And Keely Chow says, hi, Lily. Ooh, simping for the Lily. Samuel the Infamous says, it's Adam the Red Shirt.
He's never going to let that go. He's going to use that forever, isn't he?
Probably.
It's kind of like I'm the tyranny hooker. If I
Penny, what's up?
off. Yeah, well, tyranny hooker.
Well, Adam, you are on a Star Trek show with this guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's why they call him the Red Shirt.
Willingly.
Yeah, that's
poor.
That
I mean,
going.
It was either Alf or Devil made the initial thumbnail, and they just put me on there as the Red Shirt, and I accepted my fate right away. That's just, listen, my whole thing is I'm not going to be Yar when we get to TNG. That ain't happening. I'm not getting assaulted by Black Goo and dying. It's not happening. No, it's not going to happen.
So wait. So running from grape gangs, that's okay. But some black ooze, that's where you draw the line.
Well, the fact that she dies is the thing. I'm trying to get away from the dying. I mean,
well, we all die, Adam.
No, I'm going to live forever. I'm going to live forever.
Everybody dies at some point. It's either you get killed or you kill yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Just want to say hey to Matt Vader. What's up, buddy? And of course, MSK, who I was on his channel recently for a little bit of an interview. That was fun. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
He's a cool kid.
Yeah. Says get well soon. Nomi was on there as well. Same with Samuel, Mr. Samuel the Infamous.
Thank you, Zillage.
The mic sounds good on this end. Awesome. Okay, cool. Penny says,
hi, Penny. Joker's voice.
Joker's voice.
Joker.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it.
It says it's red. Yeah, Mr. Tickle Trunk says normally he calls being assaulted by Black Goose a good time.
Wow. You know, Sam, that's Adam. I think that might be a bad fear too. I mean, that or the Black Goo. I may take the Black Goo.
Yeah.
I'm not Yar. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Samuel says Adam's biggest fear is getting porked by Data.
Oh, God damn it, Samuel.
See that or Black Goo? I don't know. I may take the Black Goo.
I think I would agree. Cluu says, Mr. President, that would be for Mr. Samuel the Infamous. Why aren't you simulcasting? He's still at work. Being super gay. Those dicks aren't going to polish themselves.
Wait, so Adam, you would rather be the Wesley Crusher?
Oh, I'm not Wesley. No. I am not Wesley. See, we already have a Wesley. Every week a guest is a Wesley. So I already get to yell, shut up, Wesley. So I'll never be a Wesley. That's not happening. I'm part of the bridge crew automatically. Listen, I'm gunning for Worf. You know, I'm going to have a depressing, disastrous life. A lot of bad things that are happening, but I'm going to get to bang Terry Farrell. So that's going to be a good thing.
Okay, it's good to have goals.
Yeah, it is. Penny's in shock over my joke. I apologize if you've never been here before, Penny. You look like a wholesome person.
Well, okay. Well, Penny hangs out. Penny hangs out in the salty nerd chats. She's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's fine then. Keely Chow says, I would love to bang Crusher. I'm assuming Beverly.
Oh, I had a thing for Gates McFadden back in the day, man.
Yeah.
Over Marina Sirtis, definitely.
Yeah, maybe not over, but definitely. Of course.
I was all about Gates McFadden back in the day.
Psycho now.
Well, yeah.
Revenge says, shut up, Wesley.
Sean D. Sarcasm. That is not funny.
Sean D. Carson, sarcasm. Ahsoka is a work of absolute genius. You guys just hate stuff and things. Yeah.
I have not yet begun to hate things.
Oh, I hate things.
Yes.
I like things.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into things that let's start now. Let's get into something that we hate. And no, it's not going to be Ahsoka right away. It's going to be this.
Oh, thank God.
Yay!
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's not
we're
happening.
getting late night talk shows back, so we can go back to not watching them.
Yeah. From the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, back together, and it feels so
off.
good.
No, it doesn't.
No,
No, it doesn't.
Look, so right here we have 9,274 likes on Twitter. 9,274. And it has 1 million followers. 1 million.
It's not a good ratio.
It's a horrendous ratio. It's terrible. Oh, so I mean, let's be honest, everybody. Does anybody actually give a shit that that late night's back? Are we excited?
I haven't watched late night in 20 years.
Yeah, me either.
It still amazes me that people watch late night.
Yes. Well, here you got 5 times August. You were gone somewhere? Question mark. I'm not going to say that. That says Preto. But take the R out. They're posting the little Vax dance there. This is a person of color, as they like to say. The Late Show wasn't late after all. Glad to finally see you on stage. You have been missed. Really?
Yeah, I smell the paid bot in that.
Yes, I do too. Yeah, no one missed you. Somebody says welcome. Somebody else said, huh? Since when did my mom start hosting a TV? What? I don't know what that means. He's so irrelevant now. I can't even remember his first name. Wow. What a garbage show. Dude's not even funny. I mean, to be quite frank, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No.
I just
People are watching YouTube. They're watching YouTube.
Yes.
That time of night. There's a million channels, always with new fresh content, with people 10 times funnier than Colbert has ever been. People are watching YouTube. They don't care about this. They need to be told to go get a needle in our arm. So screw that guy. Screw them all.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, when was it? Can anybody name the last time that they actually watched a late night show? I think Craig Ferguson was still on. Is the last time I watched one. So,
like I said, 20 years. I was in New York at culinary school, and Conan was still doing his original late night show, and they were still doing "It's the Year 2000" joke. So that's the last time I watched late night.
Yeah, Conan's is a good example. Zillage says Chrissy Mayer has all of them beat. Well, yeah, I mean, because she's a legit comedian who actually travels the U.S. and does stand up instead of pumping propaganda into late night homes
And boobs.
Boobs. Cluu says one Carson rerun is worth more than a whole season of this garbage. Yes, agreed, absolutely. So, Adam, you have been brought here for a very special reason.
I've been told.
The Wheel of Time.
Yeah, I mean, just you can see right there. See, there's my times. You know what? Hang on, just to show you that I'm going to pimp myself for a second here. Okay, do you mind? I'm gonna pimp.
No, go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go nuts.
Let me grab this real quick. Listen, I was reading Wheel of Time since the 90s. I was a little late to the game, but I was reading Wheel of Time since the 90s, and my dedication went so far as when friends said, "Hey, one Mr. Robert Jordan is gonna be signing books. You want to go?" And I said, "Yeah." So I did, and I got it signed right there. So I like Wheel of Time. I mean, I'm not a hardcore super fan, but I'm a guy who just read the books and liked the books. So a couple years ago, when they said, "Hey, we're gonna do a live action show," I went, "Okay." I'll check this out. Oh my God. You guys know the name Rafe Judkins at this point, the showrunner of this wonderful adaptation. Well, he decided to not follow the books, as I'm sure many of you know by now. And ever since literally the first episode, this thing's been train wreck. Completely off the rails, not following the lore, not following anything, destroying one character after another. And every time you think it can't get worse, it does. I mean, we're talking change in sexual orientation for characters. We're talking characters that don't exist being brought in and made the focus of an episode of filler. And this is season 1, when we were told we don't have enough time to adapt 14 books. So we're going to make time to make a filler episode and make it all about the fact that in the end, the guy Minecrafts himself because he doesn't want to be part of what we call now the ambiguously gay trio. So it's a train wreck. It is full on intersectional feminist agenda. Women are great. Men ruin everything. Men are weak. Men have to be made to look pathetic at every turn. And let's just make it a hero's journey instead of a hero's journey. I mean, that was today's episode, really. It's heroes are great, heroes are nothing.
All right. Zillage says, "Whoa, you saw that coming?" Yeah, I think at this point, yeah, I don't think it's really so it's one of those things that I actually want to pull this up because you are somebody who actually knows the lore. Me, I actually came in to watch the show.
Average lore.
Okay,
lore.
average
My
lore.
buddies at the White Cloaks are way better than I am. So you want good lore for Wheel of Time, go check out the White Cloaks. They are much more solid on the lore than I am. I forget shit because I haven't read it. As even though I read it roughly sort of since the beginning, I haven't reread it 5-10 times like other people. I only read it a couple times all the way through. So, but I have to go back and check things. But yeah, I'm good enough that I'm dangerous. So,
what would you say about this? This is for season 1 right here. What would you say about this audience score rating? Do you think this is something that probably tracks pretty well?
No. Here's the thing. You got to understand. You guys are all familiar with the Star Wars stands, the Disney Star Wars stands, and how they live in an alternate reality. The Wheel of Time stands are even worse. 2 years ago, when I got my channel started, right before the show came out, I was talking about basically here are some red flags. They're race swapping characters. They're gender swapping characters. This is going to be good. They came down on me like a ton of bricks. They didn't like it that I was just saying, can we be wary about what's going to happen? And then it came out and it was everything I said it was, and I was completely vindicated in all my worries. But ever since then, when we get to this point in time, cognitive dissonance is the rule of thumb for these people. They deep down inside, they have to know there's something wrong, but they delude themselves so much. They don't accept the reality in front of them that it's causing a schism in their brains. So even though they're watching characters be completely destroyed and the lore completely abandoned and rewritten to fit an agenda, they attack until you're not a fan. You don't read the books. You never read the books. I'm getting lately my favorite one from last week because I kicked over a hornet's nest last week.
Oh no!
You're doing it for the hate and the rage clicks. No,
I love that one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. You're just doing it because you want attention. No, I'm doing it because I'm telling the truth about what I see. And if you don't like it, that's not my problem. And you're not going to shame me. You're not going to shout me down. One of my best friends called. One guy said, "The tide is turning. Your subs are going to decrease more and more because of your bad take." Yeah. On one end, yeah, I'm kind of shadow banned right now, so my subs inch along as they do anyway. But
yeah,
they have gone up since last week, so that one already kind of failed. And then I had a guy try to gatekeep me last week. Tell me what the main theme is overall and the main theme of every book if you're a fan. And my reply was, I don't have to tell you shit. I don't have to tell you anything. Also, I had my one of the White Cloaks, my good friend Dane. He was on there with me, and he said, "Yeah, you don't have to tell him shit." I said, "Dane, can you forgive me for my lore mistakes?" He said, "Adam, I forgive you." Your heart is in the right place. So Dane says I'm okay. The White Cloaks say I'm okay. Therefore, I'm fine. I have their seal of approval.
Real quick, speaking of forgiveness, real fast, Nomi, you have to go. Or she's already gone. And she does have to go here pretty quickly. So when she comes back, we'll let her go. But go ahead, JB. What were you going to say, buddy?
Oh, so I assume we're talking about Ahsoka now.
No. Waste of time.
Actually, we're not. We're
Waste of time.
We're talking about the Wheel of Time, where this was the very first episode. Woman power. Look at this. Look at this.
I call her Mole Gwaine because she's got a big ass mole on the tip of her nose.
Yeah, she does.
You can't unsee it.
Not even the worst part here. Not even the worst part. Why? I'll make it a little bit bigger. Here you go.
Oh, why?
Oh, that was from episode 2 of the season. Yeah, she walks in on the ambiguously gay trio having fun time.
The ambiguously gay trio.
Yeah, they're that. Now I want to bring something up. I've prepared a little visual aid. Actually, I only have one, so keep going while I grab the other one. I didn't realize I didn't have the other one. So keep going.
Oh, Nomi lied. She can stay.
Isn't it crazy how they're doing this to several IPs that this could go for Ahsoka, like JV said?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
You know what? I would actually kind of like real quick the ladies' take, because this is more aimed here. This is the very first episode, and they talk about it later about how loving yourself and steering into your passion. Ladies, do you think it's super empowering to sleep with two guys at the same time? Because I kind of turn a little bit of a nose up at that. I don't think that's I don't think you guys probably are really down with that, in my opinion.
If it's cold enough.
That's like modern feminism. Have fun, have your hoe phase. No.
Yeah. Have your cake and eat it too, because literally I mean this is unbelievable. It literally shows her sandwiched between two individuals, two dudes.
Yep.
That's crazy.
This is not empowering.
No.
Like I don't think there's any woman on the, well, I wouldn't say any, but I think most women on the planet go, nope, not for me.
There's an industry for that, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You usually find it on the hub.
Static. What's up, man?
What up, Static?
Well, there may be robbing some hoods. Who knows? I'm just saying.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know a few people who have, and it's not good.
I was gonna go after that one, but I just don't have time right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get on it here over the weekend. Mr. Ticket, the writers are living their fantasies through the show. Yes.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
All right. So, how many people are actually familiar here with the characters of Wheel of Time? Anybody? The chat.
I watched season 1. That's probably the book
stuff. Okay. All right. So, Rand. You've heard of Rand in the story.
Yeah.
He's the actual real main character of all this. He's supposed to be the center of the story. You wouldn't know that watching the show. In the book lore, sorry for spoilers of the book lore, spoilers warning. Rand has 3 love interests who literally it's a polyamorous relationship because he is literally in love with all of them, different reasons. So, but here's one of them from the book. For years, this was share my screen. This was one of the artwork that went around for one of them, Avienda, who's of his original ethnicity, the Aiel, who they live out in the Aiel wastes. They are literally very tall. They're all ginger, and they all have gray eyes, and they're all white. Okay. So if you see her right here, this is somebody just altering their old version, whatever. But that's what she looks like for let's see, 1991, 2001, 2011, for 40 years. That's kind of been 30 years. Sorry, 30 years. I can do math. I swear to God. For 30 years, that was how she was portrayed and thought of. So if I showed you this from this week's episode.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hang on, let me go to screen. If I showed you this, would you think that was her in the show? No. Oh, okay. See, you ruined my game there. Because see, this is gonna kind of hear because she's white. She's got red hair.
Yes.
See,
she looks exactly like the drawing.
Yes. She's really pretty. I can see that.
Well,
She has the right
the reason I said
attributes.
no is because I don't know the lore, so I'm
Okay.
kind of oblivious to this. So that's
Well,
why I'm
well,
kind of.
well, I was hoping you'd go the way I wanted to because you didn't know lore. But from generally speaking, red, tall, white.
Yes.
Looks
Now,
like
if
right,
I
yeah.
knew the character, yes, that would make sense. But
That's what I'm saying. You don't have, but I don't need you to know the character. I'm just saying, does this generally look like that?
Yeah,
Looks
yeah,
like-
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not Avienda on the show.
Oh,
What?
That's Avienda.
Oh my
What?
god.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
She,
Oh.
no, she black with dreads.
Oh, no. So who's the other lady? Who's the other character supposed to be?
She's just another maiden of the spear who actually looks like an Aiel.
Wow.
Either Bang or Chiad, I don't know which one, but
And
this is
they
the
cast
actual.
her. They cast her, and they were still like, "Oh no."
Yep, they cast her over the past year when it came out. She was at. It's just Ginger side is real, my friends.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Ginger
yes,
side is real.
Stop
It happened.
Ginger side.
The
Yeah.
other lady looks like her exactly.
Yeah,
Wow.
so when I saw that today, I realized, wow. And I went on for about 5 minutes in my review today about how, look, we had the actual somebody. If you had walked into this show and you're a book fan, you hadn't watched anything, you came upon this scene and you're all ready, you would see this thing. Oh, damn, there's Avienda. Nope. Nope. Sorry. There's Avienda. the black chick.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Why?
that's because they don't care. They
I'm
don't
glad-
care.
I'm glad we don't have Tabitha on the panel. She would be equally mad.
Tabitha is definitely
Loves these
busy.
books.
No, I know.
Loves
I went over this. We did like a 2-hour stream for the very first season, and we talked about it. And she was livid. And so I would love to get her back on. I know she's extremely busy, but if we ever maybe for the finale of the show or something like that, we can get her on because she hates
show.
all of this.
Yes.
Hates it.
Yeah,
And-
it's horrendous.
And okay, and I went into this like I did when I saw The Witcher. I know nothing about the books. I know nothing about this. And I watched season 1, and I'm like, okay, well, it's magic. I don't know anything about this world. I'm not hating it. The more I got to know about the lore and whatnot, I'm like, okay, this is kind of stupid. You go into season 2, episode 1, it is straight up girl boss from start to finish.
Speaking of girl boss, by the way.
And here's the thing.
Really?
This character, Nynaeve, who of
so
course
bad.
is also not black in the book. She's not black in the book. She's
No,
Wow.
I know.
white, brunette, basically country corn-fed booty. Midwest corn-fed booty. She is a bitch on wheels in the book, but the kind of bitch on wheels you like because she's good-hearted, good-natured, and she has her reasons. And then again, once she seriously gets some D from one of the characters, she has a complete change of heart. her world changes completely.
Isn't that always how it is though?
Yeah. So, but in this one, in the books, it took let me see. Oh God, I think it took 6 or 7 books before they came together, her and Lan. And in this one, they had sex on their first date in season 1. Had sex on their first date. So you completely ruin their romance and everything it means because she has, as you well know if you're watching, so she has a blockage. I call it the blockage in terms of using the one power, which they don't even term it properly. You guys would know this in the actual lore. There's 2 parts to the one power that the men and the women use. There's Sidon, which was the men use, and Cider, what the women use. But you wouldn't know that in this show. It's just all there. Yeah, forget it.
I like cider.
Oh God, I like hard cider. I like hard cider. It tastes, tastes good.
I think it's that kind.
But
Squirrel.
in the books, she still that her blockage remains because she's so tied up emotion and everything. She only can do it when she gets angry, and when it's all over, it's because she got married and had sex, and the blockage is gone. It's all flushed out.
Too many jokes.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm sorry. There's no off switch. I'm sorry. But it's so they've ruined that relationship storyline. And the best is you saw if you watch today's episode, Moraine, played by Rosamund Pike in this, who you would think is the central character in all of this.
Yes, right.
When she's not. Yeah, she's not.
Now,
in the books, am I cutting out? Am I sound okay?
Okay. You sound fine. You sound good to me.
All right. Somebody said in the chat I cut out. Yes.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
Pause for just a second. Nomi, got to bounce now?
Oh.
Yeah, I have to bounce now. I have to take that phone call.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself, woman.
I will, but
Bye.
you'll catch me on some musings later on tonight with Samuel and Larry. So yeah, catch us at 9:00 p.m. tonight, Mountain Time. I'll be there.
Got it.
Bye.
See ya.
Nice to meet you.
Bye, kids.
Where was I? Okay, so Moraine in the books, she's straight, guys. I hate to ruin this for you, but she's straight in the books, and has a relationship with a character who appeared for 5 minutes in the first season and should still be here in the story. Tom Maryland, he's gone right now. We don't know where he is. He's off doing Tom things. We don't know. But apparently she's gay in this. She's scissor me timbering with a Swan Sanche, who is also straight in the books.
Of course.
She's also straight. Yeah, she's also straight. They both have serious love interests by the end of the story that change their lives. Yeah, scissor me timbers. And it's this whole show. First season 1, they 6 episodes were built just so we could know that they scissored, just so we could know that, and then watch them do it too. And
oh my God. Wow.
In this one, today's episode was primarily to remind us that they have cuddly time, but also so that we could have an ugly lesbian breakup at the end of the episode where somebody's getting a U-Haul. Where you have to, where love could not overcome duty. That's it. And also in the process, Swan Sanche, the Amerlin Seat, they broke her character completely in this. She's supposed to support everything that Moraine wants to do, support everything in having Rand become the dragon and do all this stuff. Nope, we're gonna put him in a cage and make him our bitch at the tower. So,
all right.
This show is a complete abomination. But the book fans, as we were talking about before, you can't say that. I'm sorry, the stands, the show fans. Book fans are on my side. The show stands, excuse me, I got the hiccups. The show stands, they can't handle it. You cannot speak that because you know why? When this show gets canceled, it's never going to come back, at least not for 20 years. And they can't handle that because for some reason, they needed a live action their whole life. Me, I got the books. I was fine with the books.
Right.
Reread them anytime I want.
So, and this is something that we have learned from. Oh, there.
Oop, my bad. Wrong button. Sorry.
And this is something we have learned. This is something we have learned over the last few years when it comes to the message that pretty much every fandom, the stands of what is being shown now, they are they want to think that they are on the right side of history, that they are moving the story into a new place and it's being modernized.
Modernized, yeah.
To Tolkien. Do not fuck with Tolkien fans. That is a fandom that has basically done the Gandalf.
Yeah, that the Tolkien fans, the Rings of Power incident last year, that was the turning of the tide, again, to borrow the quote from Gandalf. That was where everything turned around. And since then, we've had on our side of this culture war one victory after another.
Yep.
One victory because listen, when we get to the Star Wars, Ryan probably knows it too. I'm an EU guy. I'm a hardcore Star Wars EU guy. I'm a hardcore Star Wars fan. I'm old school, first generation. I saw it in the theaters.
So did I.
Yeah. So I mean,
shut up, Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow, shut up. Shadow's been bugging me on Twitter, so I'm going to tell him to shut up.
Right? He does that, doesn't he?
But I thank Ryan and Samuel for introducing him into my life.
Trust me, I think Ryan I think Ryan.
Yeah. But as an old school Star Wars fan, a veteran, I blackpilled for a lot of years. I pulled myself out of it. I've clawed my way out of it. I no longer blackpill. I no longer believe in blackpilling. I don't believe in the apathy.
Put you back in.
Well, I clawed myself out when I realized, when I found YouTube and this sphere that we're in, the Fellowship. When I found it and I saw, oh shit, everybody's coming over to my side. I'm not alone. This is great. I can love this. And then I came to the realization, we were here first.
Yeah.
We were the original passionate fans. We were here first. If we let them take away what we love, they win. Mm-hmm. So I carry the banner of real Star Wars into battle every day. I will carry the Star Trek banner. I will carry the Doctor Who banner. I will carry the Tolkien banner. I will carry all these banners of all the things I grew up with and love, because I am not going to let them take. Oh, hell yeah. I'm not going to let them take this shit away from us anymore. I'm not bending the knee. I'm not going to let them tell me I can't have my opinion. You know why? Because they're the actual minority. There are more of us than them, and there are more normies than them. There's more normies than any of us. The normies are the true power that move everything. And when you win their hearts and minds with facts, logic, and truth and honesty, they tend to listen. They don't ignore what we have to say.
And this is what I love. This is what I love when we start talking about things. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get to the Miss Ahsoka pretty soon. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, when the shills, just the shills is the best way to describe them. They're saying that we're wrong. And then reality just slaps them right in the face in the form of ratings, money, box office, Nielsen.
Yeah, we're gonna pull that up here pretty quick.
Yeah, they can't handle facts though. They cannot handle it. It's all our truths. You know, we know where that terminology comes from. Our truth, our reality. You don't get to tell us.
There you go, Keely.
Yeah. Yep. We are the actual fans here, and as long as we remember that and maintain that passion, we outlast them. Because guess what? We're the ones that have spent the money for all our lives. We're the ones that collect the stuff. We're the ones that kept a lot of these franchises alive during the dark times. I mean, from 1983 to 1991, Star Wars was just movies and toys and a couple of retro video games. Then Timothy Zahn graced us with the Thrawn trilogy, and things took off, and it went from $1 million property to $1 billion property because we bought the books, bought the games, bought the comics, spent all that money on that stuff. And
I like this kid, Ryan.
Trust me, I do. I do too. Speaking of Thrawn, that leads into Ahsoka and its wonderful Nielsen ratings. JV, would you
fat Thrawn?
Hey, Thrawn. All right, so last week we got the numbers from the premiere episode. Well, premiere episodes. Mm-hmm. And out of these lovely top 10 shows that Nielsen brings out, Ahsoka came in at 5th out of 10, out of the top 10. It fell behind reruns of Suits, reruns of Grey's Anatomy, and a show about a cartoon dog for preschoolers that is also on Disney Plus, and which is a show that Disney doesn't even make. And Disney at first, when the Samba TV numbers came out, they're like, no, it was the most watched thing on Disney Plus that week. Well, Nielsen's called that a lie. Well, the results came back. That was a lie. The more we put Ovich reference there. Then this week came out for episode 3, and all these shows like, oh, it's great. It's going to climb into. It's going to keep climbing and keep climbing. And the top 10. Do you know where it placed in the top 10? Spoiler alert, it didn't.
It didn't.
It went from 829 watched minutes for episodes 1 and 2. When episode 3 came out, that total number of minutes watched dropped from 829 million minutes watched to 487, a 42% drop.
Ouch. Wow.
Jesus. That's so embarrassing.
Oh, but it's what you expect because nobody is actually watching. Only the tiny little Rebels fan base is watching this stuff.
Which, might I add, folks,
Wow. Sorry.
Rebels, in case you didn't know, because a lot of folks don't know about this show, is a cartoon that was on Disney XD. Never made it to the Disney Channel because it was TV Y7, which means it's made for first graders and under. And a lot of cable packages around the United States, depending on where you were, you didn't get Disney XD. So this is such a small audience that this is catering to. Hi, Sam.
Hi,
Hi.
Samuel.
I thought I felt a tentacle.
You know, speaking of feeling tentacles, polishing dicks, Ryan, really?
Wow.
I mean, at least I'm not, on my knees for Coffee Brewing Coffee, I suppose.
Hey.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Ryan, are you shilling? Are you shilling as hard as Dermy is shilling?
No, I have yet to make a video yet, but it's on the list. So trust me, every video there will be a little, probably 20-second blurb in there.
Oh, it's National Coffee Day, so make sure you go buy your coffee brand coffee and use Ryan's code.
It's Legion Talk, by the way. I'll capitalize on that.
It's
God,
better
you're
than
such a whore, Ryan.
Hey, look, you know what?
Wait.
it's better than taco. Back fucking taco. Okay.
Oh God, leave
Dave,
it, Jesus.
Hey, I gotta go there in 2 hours. Okay, let me have my.
I know.
fun.
I was trying to be mildly professional, but Dermy just goes straight to degenerate with the back taco, and it's just like, what?
You know his personal pin for that account, right? Back Taco King.
Yeah. He's.
I'm just gonna...
I think he's got merch coming out with that slogan on.
He does.
Oh God.
You got all right. Yeah, Dermy bashing. It's got to happen.
I don't even know.
Moving
I
on.
don't even know what that means, and I'm not even going to ask.
You don't. You do not want to understand what Dermy is. That, it's a bit pure. We're poisoned. We're tainted.
Yeah.
By this.
Lily, me and you. Lily, me.
Yeah, you guys are the only ones who don't know. If anybody has a
And-
clip, I would be willing
We're
to
in
share it.
blissful ignorance. We're good.
I'm fine with it.
Speaking of
Me too.
blissful ignorance, those of you who aren't watching it, sorry. Sorry.
Oh, you guys
It's
are like the
so-
snail people, though. They're cute.
This
Okay,
is
no,
retarded.
that-
It's so retarded.
Okay. And this entire time, from this moment on, as if she wasn't already, Sabine is a selfish see you next Tuesday. Absolutely.
Girl boss in training. She's a girl boss in training. Girl boss in
Well,
training.
my problem is this: is hey, how'd you get here? Cool. What? You're riding a howler? How did you? Oh, I just want to be happy.
Dave
Let me
Filoni
be
writing.
happy.
This is Dave
Yes.
Filoni writing to the team.
Yes.
This guy is a hack. He's been a hack for 20 years.
Oh, I like this guy. Ryan. Keep him around.
I mean,
Well, I hang out with him quite a bit, to be honest.
Every Sunday.
Yeah. But no, and in all fairness, look, Lily likes the little creatures. I mean, that's perfectly
That's
fine.
girls are allowed to
cool.
like cute shit. I give girls some like
I
cute
mean,
shit.
look, I catch crap because I liked Baby Yoda when Grogu came out.
No, you don't get to like that. Girls can like that little green bastard.
Yeah,
you don't get to. No, you don't
Yeah,
get
no,
to.
I don't get it like it. So I mean, I get called names, which is fine. But no, they got me with the Baby Yoda, and
But
I'll admit
that
it,
says
it's
a
little
lot.
gay.
That says a lot that I care more about the little snail people getting hurt than the actual characters in the show.
Yes.
Well, Lily, they're never gonna get her because Sabine has plot armor this thick.
Yeah.
She get hit in the back of the head to be fine. They're going to shoot her in the back right where she's protected instead of shooting her in the ass.
She was already skewered by a lightsaber. I'm sure nothing else can hurt her.
But she can skewer a guy with a lightsaber in this week's episode, and he's dead instantly.
Yes.
Same spot. Yeah. So
exactly.
So I was just because so Lillian and Adam, since he's mentioned it now a few times, Ezra dying in the next episode.
I'd love it if they did it because it would make all the stands cry. We found him. Now he's dead. Found him. No, he's dead. It would make my day. It really would.
See now, it would be great because, and it should be because Ezra gets killed by Thrawn, who Sabine should have told Ezra how she got there the entire time, but it needs to be her actions that lead him to get killed.
She's a villain. Sabine is a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and she hasn't. Well, listen, none of the whammons in this show have paid for their crimes yet. Hera got off scot-free because we had to have a C-3PO cameo.
Oh yeah, no, I was about ready to get there too.
Okay, because that right there, and then we find out that Leia is the head of this committee that's supposed to be there. Ryan, you have served in the military, yes?
Mm-hmm. If you're to sit on a disciplinary board, you are to be there. You're literally because
But guys, Carrie Fisher's dead.
Okay, but do you know who's not dead? Her daughter, who is about her same height, sounds like her, and Carrie Fisher signed over her likeness.
Real quick.
Easy fix.
Well, we have fat Asian fighter pilot who's the glue to everything in Filoniverse, so we have that.
Hold up for just a second. So Ahsoka does take place before the sequels, right?
Yes, and all roads lead to the sequel trilogy.
Right.
Yes.
No, I get that. I was just trying to get my timeline straight here because you're saying Leia, and I'm like, I thought they killed off Leia.
Okay.
No, she's alive.
But that's later.
Yeah.
Right. It's
the actress Carrie Fisher that she's
right.
gone.
This is the where they are in the timeline now. This is kind of the heir to the Empire time frame.
Right.
Which is a Luke Skywalker story.
Right. No, I understand that. I read the Zahn books.
Okay.
But it seemed everything that Disney's done with Star Wars has been kind of mishmashed. You know, like they're taking bits from this piece and this piece, and none of those are in exactly the same time period, and they're just kind of mashing shit together. And so that's why I was asking.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all raping and pillaging. Yeah.
And then I think Carson Teva finally gave us that this takes place after Mando season 3.
This is supposed to be 9 ABY right now.
Because they talked about Moff Gideon, so we already know that this is like post season 3 Mando.
I heard 12.
That's the thing. Nobody really knows because Disney's fucked.
Yeah,
Disney's stupid.
Nobody knows the actual canonical timeline here because it's so mishmashed. And even ironically, Dave Filoni doesn't know either. He can't pin it down for anybody what the actual timeline is.
Script doctor said it best. That Dave writes like a 7-year-old fanboy jumping on his bed, screaming the Star Wars theme.
Well, in 2 weeks, after next week, I'm going to do a video on every single additional lore break Phil Blomey has done in Ahsoka.
Wow, I like that one.
Yeah, I keep trying that one out occasionally. This is the first time people have really liked it.
Have you heard of my word for the fans of this show?
No.
That would be the lunatics.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I've adopted the Dave Filoni zombie meme that people go with. I like that one. I call them the zombies.
I think she was talking about
it's Shakti that was shot back in order.
She died like 20 times.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really
Yeah, well-
made sure she was dead. No, Ahsoka should be dead.
Yes,
She shouldn't.
yes,
have,
she should.
I mean,
She should have died in
Should have
Rebels.
died.
we all know. I've given some friends who like her say, okay, I'll give you Siege of Mandalore, fine, but she should have been killed in the actual Jedi Purge. No Inquisitors, just Vader and the 501st, tip of the spear, hunting down, killing things. That's how she died, somewhere in there.
Let me. Okay, so last night I listened to an hour and a half long dramatic reading of a thing called The Hyborian Age by Robert E. Howard. Basically, what that was his Bible for the universe of Conan and Kull, right? And it starts at the in prehistory, before Atlantis and Lemuria sink, and it goes all the way up to when Conan leaves Sumeria after the Sumerians are basically destroyed and embarks on his adventures. And that's like thousands of years of history, all compressed into about an hour and a half reading.
Wow.
And
That sounds intense.
it's comprehensive.
Mm-hmm.
One guy wrote that 90 plus fucking years ago. And
Mhm.
Disney can't get their fucking timeline straight with
No.
82 people in the writer's room. Disney, get your shit together.
No,
Well,
and the same.
well,
Go ahead.
Because here's why. Because when Disney bought Star Wars, Iger originally bought it so he could sell merchandise. That's why Lucasfilm now was bought, and Marvel. It was bought to sell the merchandise to little boys because they had girls locked up for decades. The problem is
Freezing.
I mean, you're not wrong.
it doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean.
Locked
Now-
in. Locked in.
now-
Let's go with that.
Now the problem is
Oops.
you gave it to Kathleen Kennedy, who George did not know what her plan was, and her plan was to take Star Wars and to grape it to fit her worldview and her little acolyte, who folks are now being exposed to it, and it took me some time to get the facts straight and do whatnot. But her little acolyte has been Dave the entire time.
Oh, he's been on board because
Yes.
Dave was held on. George kept him on a leash during
Yes.
Clone Wars. He kept him on a leash. Yeah, Dave still did damage to the Mandalorians. Fucking Space Wars came later. Sorry, but Mandalorians having Dooku run into everybody every 3 episodes. A lot of damage was done by Filoni, but George minimized it. But once Dave was off his leash, you got Rebels. That's Dave off his leash. And then you get Mandalorian, and you get Mando 2. You get Book of Boba Fett. You get all this stuff.
Jesus.
And here's the thing, though. Samuel mentioned Robert E. Howard keeping on that line. And one of the biggest things that the stands like to do is complain that, hey, they had to clear the decks so they could organize their own timeline because the EU was so disorganized. And Ryan, if you could just share my screen here, please. The EU was so disorganized. No, that's not disorganized. That's chronologically ordered from beginning to end.
Right.
Very simple to follow. There's no confusion there.
There was 40 fucking years of stories there that they could have adapted at the very least, but they threw it all out and then cherry picked what they thought would bring the fans a running, like when you open a can of tuna near a cat.
Right.
And they slobber. I mean, I spent a while last night on my usually it's Wednesday stream, but it was last night, my one of my weekly streams, Natural 20. I spent about a good hour talking about the mistake they made in banking on these stands, because these are people who look at Clone Wars, at the Clone Wars, and not the Tartakovsky Clone Wars, which were freaking brilliant. But the 2008 Clone Wars, and look at Rebels, they look at that as core Star Wars,
as top canon, canon. Where it's the original 6 films. That's your top tier canon.
Mm-hmm.
The shills now have put Clone Wars and Rebels above Lucas's work.
Yep, because they don't care. about real Star Wars. I mean, here's the perfect example. We already mentioned it. They had when Tryhard Ezra, I call him the Tryhard Jedi. When Tryhard Ezra and 12-year-old boy Sabine, because she looks like a 12-year-old boy. I'm sorry, she does.
She looks like Ezra Miller.
Yes.
When they're sitting talking,
she does.
Yeah.
Holy
It takes me out of it every time she's on screen. I'm like, ooh, weird.
The only time she wasn't is when they swapped out for a body double during the training scene in episode 3, where she suddenly was jacked in her arms. But when they're having that little conversation when they come back of, oh, hey, yeah, so the war is over. The New Republic, we're dead. You notice that whole thing. No mention of Luke Skywalker.
Okay, but did you catch this? Did you catch this? So the Empire was defeated. The bad bill of it, Endor, and the Emperor died. That's what folks are saying.
Yep.
Yeah. Now that's
your tie-in.
That's all roads. Now, always never forgetting the fact that yes, the Emperor at that point, if you're following actual Star Wars lore, the Emperor was a clone at that point because he had perfected cloning a long time ago because his dark side power was so strong he couldn't contain it in flesh form. So on Biss, he had all his cloning vats where he would just transfer his soul. But that's the Dark Empire lore and storyline, which they used for Rise of Skywalker, which was a bastardization of Dark Empire, kind of. But they pulled from it.
Real quick, I see Sean D. Sarcasm in chat. This is not my normal mic setup. Sorry, it's my portable headset. I am not at home.
He's being gay.
I'll show you gay later tonight.
Oh my god!
Do I need to get the martinis? Do I need to get the martinis ready?
Hey, man, I got tentacles for everybody. Keep it up.
I know you do. You got 12 of them.
Oh my god! Wow.
Dude, we're getting to engaged territory here. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this. It's not Sunday. I'm not sure I'm okay with this. Sure. An hour and a half. I'm gonna be up to my neck in back tacos in an hour and a half. So.
And
still don't want to know.
This is the big problem here. Is with the sequels. Lucasfilm wrote themselves into a brick wall, and that is a descendant of Palpatine usurping the Skywalker name. That is the ultimate sin that Kathleen has done. This show could have offered a detour around that wall. John was starting to build a detour around that wall, but no, John is out.
Yep.
Oh yeah. John's.
I believe it.
All roads lead to green titty milk.
Oh.
All roads lead to Rey Skywalker. That is the brick wall, and they are just gonna go straight into it. Yes. Sorry, Cluu. It's happening.
God damn it.
Speaking of what up, Cluu, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, Cluu.
What's up?
This is so Cluu is our other diversity shield here. So
our other black friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got one of those. I got one of those on Sunday.
So she could be Ezra's stunt double.
DEI training.
Okay, now I will say this. As far as the Nielsen charts are going and everything, episode 5 might jump back.
Of course it will. Nostalgia debate. It was going to. That was never a debate.
Yeah, JD, I saw it like 20 times. Just kidding. Just kidding.
The stands all wet themselves over that one. Just forgetting the fact that she was drowning for 4 hours and had a hallucination.
Right. And but I mean, a lot of folks, I mean, thanks to YouTube, if you don't want to watch that entire episode, you can just come on here and just get a clip of what you see.
Yep.
Which I also loved, that Dave and Kathleen wanted to make this female-centric Wham in Power show, and it's been carried by 2 men.
Yeah. Real quick, I love this name, by the way. Low
What's up,
spec Linux laptop. That is
Oh, yeah.
awesome. Very nice.
I think I meant
It looks like the Linux character.
I think I meant low spec either from Pops or from Loki, which Adam, you would like Loki. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mr. Tickle Truck says low spec is an OG.
Oh yeah.
Outstanding. There you go. So this is
which okay, so I've been on 2 other shows and we both asked the same thing. So now I want to ask the panel here. The worst slow speed chase. This one or the Vespas?
I still think the Vespas. I think that one was still slower. At least you can say that these little houses or whatever are like big and bulky, but what's the excuse of those like mopeds?
I made more jokes at the Vespa's expense. Power Rangers. There were more jokes. This was just, this is retarded.
their Mighty Zords got downgraded.
and
budget cuts.
And you know what? There was no spin blaster move at this time. There was no spin blaster move.
I will say there have been some positives about this show, and there is one that stands out, is that despite her horrible performance in Mando's season 3, Lucasfilm has found a role that Lizzo can actually play well.
No,
Star Whales.
Lizzo is in Mandalorian.
Wow.
So we don't see her until season 3. Okay, that's good. We don't see her until season 3.
This the freaking slingshot. Ezra used a slingshot in Rebels, guys. So you say you thought of use slingshots.
Wasn't Ezra a little kid?
No,
I don't know. I don't remember. He was a try-hard retard.
I just remember the commercials for that shit. My kid watched a lot of Disney Channel at the time, and that they showed those commercials for that show all the time, and I luckily avoided it.
Well, Sam, this was never on the Disney Channel. This was on Disney XD.
Yeah, but it was advertised on Disney Channel.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Well, the people who are stands of this, they all behave like infants on Twitter. You guys have seen it. They're always, I'm screaming, I'm vomiting, I'm dying. This brought me back to life.
This is everything. I have all the feels.
Yeah, they say these really weird and infantile things, and these are not how normal people behave. I mean, as fans, we don't talk this. We see something like we're like, oh yeah, that's freaking awesome. We don't go, I'm screaming, I'm vomiting. We don't do that. No.
I'm dead.
Yeah. Oh man, that might just be like millennial talk because I say that. I'm not like a stan or anything, but I say that because that was just part of our language growing up.
No.
But like, yeah, they say it, I guess, to the extreme, but I say that sometimes.
But you're not. Are you surrounding it with 500 emojis? And every time they come up with a new Ahsoka emoji, you are. Okay, sorry, I'm digging my hole deeper. Lifeline.
Has anyone? Okay, a great channel to watch if you want to just laugh. If you want to just laugh at the cringe, there's a channel called Grizzy.
Yeah.
Where he just looks at the stands, and some of the stuff is the cringe is just flowing in here. Like there was a guy who was he was sitting with the real rejects, and when you see young Ahsoka, this portly guy's like, oh, it's young Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, that's a good video. That was such a good video.
Oh, she's so perfect. And I'm like,
yeah. What's funny is, some of the bigger channels, Mauler decided to take a crack at that stuff, and you guys saw this last week where the wide-eyed crazy chick with the eyebrow, part of her eyebrow missing, went after Mauler, and it's like, yeah, that's not a good idea, lady. You understand what you're doing?
I saw that.
Okay, well, she even decided. I mean, she obviously doesn't know who Mauler is because she said, who the F is this kid?
Yeah, well, to be fair, Mahler is fairly young, but he will eviscerate you online.
Yeah, you don't mess with Long Man, and it's just...
especially when he for fun did a 5-hour long form video ripping apart The Force Awakens.
Yeah, no, that's too long for my taste.
I first found Mahler on his TLJ once.
Fun. Yes.
Yeah. That was the first time I found Mahler when I saw his TLJ rip apart. I'm like, wow, this is brilliant.
And he's brilliant. And now he's partnered it up for a weekly show with Critical Drinker too.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for not quite a year yet, but
they're
for a while.
They're on like episode 69, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
And that is a powerhouse show.
Yeah, I watched them yesterday. They have 11,000 people in the live views.
Yeah,
like at 3:00.
Yeah. I mean, well, when you're a drinker, you got 1.8 million subs. You're gonna pull people in.
Yeah, well, and Mahler makes one video a year, and it takes a whole year to edit it. And when he puts it out, it's still longer than 2/3 of the freaking Lord of the Rings trilogy. But when he does it, like he people love to hear what he has to say. So wherever he shows up, people follow.
Right, and the one that he did, recently, which for Mahler is a short because it was only 45 minutes long, was the one that was the Star Wars Can't Grow Up. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Because Star Wars has now become cameos and name drops. That's all it is now.
That's all Dave Filoni knows. And for those who say Dave Filoni Star Wars isn't Disney Star Wars, there's Disney Star Wars, Dave Filoni Star Wars. No, it's all the same. When you look at the totality of the past 11 years, going on 12 years now, the majority of it is Dave Filoni based content.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So he is Disney Star Wars.
Well, and that's one of the things that a lot of stands will make a distinction of too is that Disney Star Wars is KK and KK pre-Disney Star Wars wasn't. I was like, no, she was there. She was there the whole time. I was like, she's always been entrenched in Lucasfilm.
Mm-hmm. Gets great coffee. Gets great.
Yeah, with Spielberg. With Spielberg and George and Reitman and Donner and Zemeckis. But I was gonna say one more thing. But yeah, and then where again the stands are like, dude, he wrote all of Rebels. He wrote the Clone Wars. No, he didn't. It's a simple IMDb search. Out of 210 episodes between Rebels and Clone Wars, Dave wrote maybe 25 total.
And you know who wrote the best part of Clone Wars, the Mortis arc? George.
Yep.
Did they take a vacation during Rogue One? Because Rogue One doesn't suck.
Rogue One. You had Gareth Edwards. Yeah, he had the story. It is still a canon breaking story because there was never a Jyn Erso.
Kyle Katarn.
Right, it's Kyle Katarn who steals the Death Star plans.
Sure, I'm going to agree with Cluu a little bit though. The movie itself, taken alone by itself, is not a bad movie.
Yeah,
I would say that especially as Disney Star Wars progressed and they got more and more into the DEI shit, it got a lot worse. But I don't think it holds up to the original trilogy. And you're right, there are certain discrepancies that it just doesn't quite fit in. But as a movie, I liked it.
Standalone. It's
the least offensive thing, but I still don't want it.
I think that's probably a good way.
If you don't know the canon, you think it was awesome. In other words,
valid point. But I still don't want it.
But what is the biggest part? What is the part that everyone remembers about Rogue One?
Vader.
The Vader scene.
Yeah. And then
keys.
I mean, maybe most people remember that part most. The climax of the movie prior to that scene where they set off the weapon and Jin and what's his face who got his own show, Andor, they're standing on the beach and Doom is coming and they just accept it. I mean, that was awesome. I liked the fact that it was a war movie. I liked the fact that it was a very Dirty Dozen, or it was a little bit more Seven Samurai in the sense that nobody makes it out alive.
Right.
I liked that it was tragic. The jangling key stuff at the end, I cheered with everybody else because it was awesome and it was fun, but it wasn't necessary for that movie. Like, you didn't have to put that in there for it to still be a decent movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was really sad.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit unique in the way it ended, and I thought that was kind of cool. But we've gotten a lot of stuff, like, we didn't need an Andor show because, like, he's dead. So kind of
right.
Like, okay.
Right back to
well, listen,
that's the problem with prequels. We already know where it's going to go.
And I know I have an unpopular opinion with some people who say they like Andor. Here, I say this every time it comes up. Take out everything remotely Star Wars in Andor, and it still works. It could be any generic sci-fi show, and it still works. It's not. It may be good, but it's not really Star Wars. So,
right. So it's not the property. The writing in this show is what stands out, not so much that it's attached to Star Wars.
Yeah, the elements that make it good are not Star Wars, which is why I always say Andor isn't good because it's not Star Wars. That's why my general reason for saying that. If you could remove all that Star Wars out of it, then what's the point? It could be anything. And granted, I didn't finish. It could be
something new, which would be better.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't finish my review.
We want to do new stuff. We don't want to do new stuff.
No. God forbid that you do something new like Island in the Stars. God forbid we get that funded. And
yeah.
Speaking of green-haired anti-liberal and I were able to get that up in front of Geeks and Gamers' eyes and Nerdrotic's eyes.
Nice.
As well as we didn't have anything to do with this as far as I know, but I just saw a clip on Tom Conkle's channel where he was talking to Script Doctor about it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, sweet.
And that's one of those real independent projects you want to say. I'd much rather see that come to light than Zack Snyder Rebel Moon.
We actually haven't showed that on this channel. Samuel, can you put the link in the private chat and we'll show that?
I can try. I'm on my phone, dude.
I can get it. Get it.
Okay, yeah, good. Awesome. There you go.
It's hell trying to do that on your phone.
Yeah, I forgot you're on your phone, dude. Real quick, speaking of stuff that sucks, one of the reasons that
Tyranny Hooker.
Tyranny Hooker, speaking of jingling keys, remember those lovely lightsaber fights that everybody loves? Yeah. Remember the lightsaber fights? Woohoo. All the lightsabers, guys. All the lightsabers. So
she's got to hold her arms way out there so she doesn't accidentally cut her poncho.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so sloppy in everything she does. She can't move.
No.
She's no coordination. And then I realize in this episode, let's conveniently cut away from that fight because it's so boring.
Oh yeah, no, and this next part is actually super awesome. This, by the way, right here. This drove me nuts.
It's your lightsaber. Take it. You keep it. What? I don't need it. Besides, you've been training.
Very funny.
No, I'm serious.
Take it.
I gave it to you. It's yours now.
Oh my god.
What the hell is that?
I mean, first of all, take your try-hard lightsaber. You try hard. Just do it. But also, I know I wish I had said this in my review, but Gary Nerdrotic gets the credit of saying he rejected taking his penis back. I wish I had thought of that one in my review. But again,
it's actually really good.
I don't watch anybody talk about anything before I get to my own review. Therefore, I couldn't steal that from him.
Yes, that's Ezra.
Yeah, what I could do though is jump in what everybody else said. I turned with this. Haven't heard anybody else say it. He uses Force Kung Fu.
Yes,
he goes on to use Force Kung Fu. But if the Force was his ally, then why did he need a blaster 10 minutes later?
Well, like the blind guy from Rogue One.
Yep. Cheer it.
Yeah.
Now did you notice now, Adam? Because you probably got as mad as I did. Where Ezra's like, okay, the Force is my ally. If you're that strong in the Force is the ultimate range, the weapon. Shouldn't he have just been picking troopers up and just tossing them?
Well, if he wasn't a tryhard, yeah. Also, you can obviously use Force telekinesis. If you're that good, you could start plucking blasters out of people's hands. You could start throwing things. I mean, granted, you'd have to sacrifice some of the shell huts, but whatever.
I mean, if you're that good at them, you could pull a Star Killer and beat stormtroopers to death with one of their buddies.
I know the whole thing is ridiculous, but it's just twisting Yoda's words. And you know, the whole thing should be moot, because if I remember correctly, we are not in the Star Wars galaxy anymore.
Nope, we're not.
So by Yoda's rules laid out in The Empire Strikes Back and other things, the Force is created by life. Life and Obi-Wan, yeah, but the Force is created by life in the Star Wars galaxy. The Force doesn't exist out of the Star Wars galaxy. It is a unique resource in the Star Wars galaxy. They should not be able to use the Force there.
So basically the only people who should have powers are the grandmothers, which now that has been rewritten in history. That this is their
Dave Filoni bullshit.
Exactly.
The Dave Filoni version of the Dathomiri Night Sisters, which is a bastardized version of the Courtship of Princess Leia, where we get real Dathomir. They're bullshit. Dave wants you to think they have magic. No, it's still the Force. It's not magic. It's still the Force. It's retarded.
It's a fundamental force of nature, really, like literally a force of nature. It's like I don't suppose you guys ever read any of the DC versus Marvel stuff in the 90s, but there were two versions of that where the Marvel guys went over to the DC universe, and in that, like, Quicksilver was still fast, and in fact faster because for some reason he could access the Speed Force, but in his own universe, the Flash goes there and loses his powers because the Speed Force does not exist in the Marvel universe, whereas Quicksilver, his power comes from his mutation and not from an external force.
Yep.
So and this is another thing, and I've been, and I asked folks, and I asked some stands, and they gave the dumbest answer as per usual, and I'm like, okay, well, explain this, and they're like, well, magic. And I'm like, no, not an answer. Magic.
JV, I don't even interact with these people. I just don't. Well, I do.
Magic has to have rules, and there has to be limits to it.
Even more than that, JV, they're missing the fundamental, nature of what magic is in any setting ever. Magic is the willful manipulation of the forces and the energies that exist around you, right?
Correct.
So if you by any stretch could call a Force user a magician, which I don't believe is the thing, that's not what it is, but even if you could call it that, right, that still means that they would need to be manipulating the Force, and if the Force only exists in their galaxy and it does not exist outside of their galaxy, they would have no ability to do that.
Correct.
But this is Dave Filoni, and Dave Filoni has been breaking the rules for over a decade now just to fit his idea of storytelling.
Again,
That's pretty good.
Short and sweet.
Again, Dave writes like a 7-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Like with his,
wow.
He writes like a 7-year-old kid playing with his action figures.
But he's a grown man with a blow-up Ahsoka doll in his room.
I think he's honestly, he's not playing with action figures. He's playing with baby dolls in like little carriages and shit. Because any kid who played with action figures knows that even when you do the craziest shit and you make up the craziest story, there are still rules to your story. That's how that works. It even works that way with kids. Kids understand that you can't have a game without rules.
Let me tell you, when I was a kid and I was playing with my Star Wars toys, the original Kenner stuff. Yes, I'm old.
Oh yes,
yeah, you are.
I made Jabba a Force user shooting Force lightning from his eyes just because I felt like it.
Right.
But he was using the Force and shooting Force lightning from his eyes because that's what I felt like doing.
I mean,
time.
I remember the original Star Wars figures to the point to where I got the stage first, and I got IOUs to have them sent to me because they couldn't make them fast enough. And R2 was used as a jetpack. R2 was used as a cannon. R2 was used as
dude, my R2 flew, and then George decided to make him fly.
Yes,
I was like, yes, I feel vindicated from all those years ago. I was like, yes, my R2 flew. Yes. Yeah, I had to switch his legs around, and they used the rockets, but still, same concept. He flew. It worked.
Yes.
But see, again, Dave Filoni inherently hates Star Wars because he treats it as his own personal playground and sandbox where he can smash it all down and rebuild it however he wants. And George kept him from doing that. So this is honestly everything they do at Disney Lucasfilm is done out of hatred for George's galaxy far, far away.
Yes.
Yep. They purposely hired people who hate the canon. I heard about that.
Yep.
Oh, you hating the canon got you the job.
Well, there's the famous picture in The Office where they had Luke Skywalker's face X'd out. Famous picture.
Oh, I don't think I ever saw that picture.
Yeah, it was all over the place. Just Google it.
I used to use it all the time in a thumbnail. Let me see if I can get it again.
This was at the desk of someone in the story group, and it's the same. And it's the same at Marvel too. If you are a fan of Marvel comics, you don't get a job working at Marvel.
Bingo, got it.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm bringing it up. It's actually really small, but I'll have to blow it up.
Wait, you missed the space shrimp? No, we didn't miss the space shrimp. I showed the space shrimp.
Here we go. Here it is. This is a picture from somebody's desk in Lucasfilm.
What the dick?
Yeah. That's real.
Person should be.
Yeah, they shouldn't be within 100 yards of Star Wars.
Which is why this is why John is out, because at the end of Mando season 2, when Luke Skywalker now returned, she was not happy. Kathleen was not happy about that episode at all. So a few months after that, who got a promotion? Dave Filoni did, to executive creative director. He now became at that moment he became Jon Favreau's boss, and everything has suffered since then. Everything has suffered.
They're giving all of Luke's stories to Ahsoka,
right?
Yeah.
Because I have to thank my friend Troy for showing this. When he showed an image of Ahsoka, and underneath it was her code name, Fulcrum. And a fulcrum is a point where balance is achieved. Ahsoka is the chosen one, and I've even heard that Dave is going to somehow try and spin this back to Empire Strikes Back. That when Yoda says no, there is another. He's mentioning he is saying no. Ahsoka. Yes.
they've been trying to make that Rey. They've been trying to make that everybody.
Everyone.
It's just the bastardization of something that should be not touched.
So dumb.
It's a fundamental understanding of what bringing balance to the Force actually means, too, if you ask me. Because, in that image, the Joker you're talking about, she was half in shadow and half in light as well, indicating, I'm the balance between the two sides, blah, blah, blah. Now, in my opinion, Anakin Skywalker was made a thing to bring balance to the Force. At the time that he came around, the light side held sway over the galaxy. To balance that out, which he does when he starts murdering younglings, is to reduce the numbers of light side users. He does literally bring balance to the Force by murdering a lot of people. I don't think it's as nice and I don't think it's as nice and as cut and dried as people are saying. They're like, he's the balance the two sides of the Force. I was like, no, that's not how that works.
Samuel, I've never heard that mentioned like that before. That's the first time I've heard anybody.
If you look back into history, the same shit happened with Darth Bane and with the Sith Empire. They got too powerful, so dude came along, even though he was one of the bad guys, and he cut them down to fucking size because they were too powerful. Right. That's what I think that means anyway. That's my opinion.
That's an interesting take. I've never heard that brought around like that. That's interesting. I've never thought of it like that before, and I can admit that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting take, to be quite frank. So kind of in the background,
I just like Sam's take that the rebels after the Battle of Endor, the rebels became cannibals for the one night.
Sorry, I thought I was hearing something on my end. My bad. I am hearing something weird on my end.
It's like an echo. I think it's like a wind or something.
Yeah, somebody's got
Cluu?
an echo.
Got you?
Let me mute up.
Yep, I think that was it. Yep, that was it. But anyway, StreamYards seems to be acting funny because it just crashed on my control computer. So I don't know if StreamYards is going to go down here in a second or not. Let me try to pull up that trailer again because like I said, shit crashed. StreamYards crashed, not my computer. StreamYards crashed. So let me see if we can show that, and then we might wrap it up because StreamYards is being a piece of shit.
That's awesome. I got a big show tonight too.
Yeah. I know you do, Mr. 50.
Yep. 50th episode of Abyssal Musings tonight on my channel.
Woohoo! Nice.
Hey Sam, I'm in Wyoming.
Me too. I mean,
what?
There's kind of a lot of space there.
Yeah.
it's square footage wise, we're pretty big.
Yeah. A lot of extra room too.
97%, which is owned by the federal government.
Did you guys hear? I saw this from D-Day, what's up? I saw this from Valiant. Apparently the Marvels has been cut down to an hour and 45 minutes total runtime.
That's longer than I heard about. I thought it was an hour and 30 minutes. I guess it's
they just got released it. There was it's an hour and 45. That's the shortest Marvel movie to date.
Which means they probably cut about 45 minutes off of that film, at least.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up, man?
Hey, Mike, what's happening?
Yeah, Mike, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a bit. Drop a night, leave a like, catch a show on replay. Yeah, no problem. No, yeah, they literally just cut it down because I think the previous one was like an hour 49 or something like that. So it's taken a big dive.
Oh, it's gonna take a dive, all right.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be wow.
I am watching that shit though. I'm not watching that.
Which Marvel is the only are the only group of people that are happy that Dune got moved. They're the only ones.
Yes,
because that Dune almost guaranteed that the Marvels would be the first Disney Marvel film to not debut at number 1.
Pretty sure it was the only movie I was looking forward to seeing for the rest of the year too.
Right?
Yeah, and it's not coming out till the 25th of March, right?
24th.
Correct? March
24th.
Okay.
Gives me a lot of time to get disinterested.
Well, I haven't given my as a Dune guy, I haven't given my verdict until it's out. I need to see both of them back to back, and then I'll give my verdict on it and how I feel.
Well, I mean, I think that the actors have all had a positive experience about the film. So having them now, well, if when the actor strike ends, having them to go out and give a positive spin is going to help it, and it's going to be pretty much the unofficial start of the summer movie at the box office.
D-Day says still an hour and 45 minutes too long. Yeah,
not wrong.
Yeah, we'll definitely see about that one. Unfortunately, I will be watching it. But speaking of, let's end on a positive note here before StreamYard decides to take a shit. We are going to watch this. This is Samuel. Do you want to give a little context?
Okay, so Tom Conkle here on YouTube is a filmmaker in Hollywood. He also has a YouTube channel. He's friends with a lot of people. You know, he makes movies. He did one, it was like 2 years ago, called Trouble Is My Business, which is a black and white kind of detective noir throwback. And I actually need to sit down and watch it again because I don't remember it very well. But so right now he's got a project going to create a new kind of science fiction epic in the vein of Treasure Planet, or you know, maybe even a little Titan AE or what have you. But and it looks interesting. It looks exciting. It looks like there are a few things that I've seen that I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, this could lean a certain direction. But from what Tom himself has said to me personally, that they're not going the woke Hollywood, you know, Mary Sue direction. I mean, that they want to make something that is entertaining for literally everybody. You know, across the board, and that is their goal. I mean, these is exactly the kind of attitude we're looking for. It's like, here's a thing that we made. We hope you like it. That's what they're going for. And so right now they're running an Indiegogo campaign. I believe they're coming up. They're about halfway through their first 30 days on that. Yeah. And so they're looking for some help crowdfunding this to kind of get the ball rolling a little sooner. From what I understand, this movie is getting made no matter what.
Oh, really?
Yes, well, it is going to get made, but any little bit helps.
Right.
Maybe go check out their Indiegogo and all that stuff. And it looks interesting. I mean, it's a little steampunky, you know, looking, and I'm okay with that. Like steampunk cyborg, sign me the fuck up. So
yeah. This trailer is amazing. It's amazing.
Well, and steampunk is really just what happens when goths discover when goths discover brown.
Fuck you, man! I was a goth.
I was too.
Oh my god!
I was too.
Oh, that explains a lot.
It should,
right?
You know, let me explain something about goths. Okay, like I was a goth in the '90s, right? Like I was after the shift from punk into in a kind of new wave, and then we got into like, you know, goth rock and that kind of thing. So I mean, and you know what the difference between us and the freaking emos that came along in the year 2000 and stole all our aesthetic?
Pale chicks with big tits.
That too. They only write bad poetry about cutting themselves. Goths had follow through.
Yes. Yep.
Bunch of pussies in guy liner.
Hey, I look great in that.
I rocked it, man.
Right? Exactly.
But anyway,
George Wells,
and goth chicks.
Yeah, and one last thing here. The music that you hear in this trailer, and you should be free and clear on copyright. Tom wants this out there. Island in the Stars film wants this out there. As much eyes on this as possible. So you should be free and clear to watch it all the way through. The music in it, as I understand it, is going to be part of the movie's score.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you are monetized, you just end up with a sharing monetization with the music. You're not copyright claimed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well.
So you should be good on that, Ryan.
Oh, Ryan, we can't hear you. I
So
think
press
you're
play.
muted.
Muted.
You're muted.
Boomer!
Ryan, you're muted. Oh.
Damn it. All right,
you look so happy too.
I know, because it was pretty funny. No, it's not. Now it's dead forever.
And the producer. And what we're talking about is a wonderful film I'll be doing called Island in the Stars.
Oh, another quick note, real quick. The gentleman we just saw talk. I am being a bitch. The gentleman we just saw there has been playing bad guys in films for decades. He was in The Road Warrior. He was in Weird Science. You know, he's a fantastic actor. I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head. He tells you.
He just said it, but we were making jokes, so I didn't hear it either. But yeah, I mean, I am so glad to hear that this is going to happen no matter what. You just made my day with that, Samuel.
Yeah, no, that's good to know. You know, because you never know when it comes to crowdfunding.
Oh, wait till you see the artwork in this. It's incredible.
Oh yeah, it looks great. So I don't think Lily's seen this. So yeah, let's take a look here.
Island in the Stars is the story of a young woman named Jackie Driscoll, who on a faraway planet encounters a roguish space pirate who has with him a mysterious box that may lead to her missing father, as her destiny lies hidden on an island in the stars.
So my name is Emily Coop. I am an actor, singer-songwriter, and I'm playing Jackie. Island in the Stars is pretty much Pirates of the Caribbean meets Star Wars. I mean, it's going to be amazing.
It's the kind of movie that 14-year-old Tom would have been like, I want to see this. I have to see this movie. Because I think you should be making films. You should be making art that you yourself want to see.
So when we started putting this together, I just started going through my Rolodex of 40 years of people, not just people in front of the camera, but people behind the camera, people that I know, calling in favors and talking to people. Because I think that this film deserves to have the best.
Obviously, working with Dream Screens Australia is huge. They're an amazing, talented group of people, and the technology they're bringing to film is just fantastic.
It's going to be wonderful, and seriously, I'll be ringing a lot of you up to see this and pestering the heck out of you to get this film made, because I think it's wonderful.
I actually like what Revenge says. It does kind of feel like a little bit of an Old Republic style. And you know what? I hope Disney at this point never makes Star Wars anything from the Old Republic.
The game just got canceled. Apparently, people are saying
yes, I did see that. I will be looking further into that because
the film is not happening. The Mangled film is not happening.
We're talking the Old Republic remake game.
Yeah, that's
which
any
fan wouldn't want that touch. People just go on Twitter. I'm sad this is happening. Then get the hell out of here. Go away.
Now,
walk out.
Now, some of the costuming, I don't know if anyone else has watched it. I'm assuming some of y'all have, but it kind of feels like the animated series Arcane.
I haven't watched Arcane. That's why. But
I can see that a little bit. Yeah,
it's very good.
I can see that.
Arcane is very good.
But I get a kind of like from the costuming, like even just from this shot here, this is like a very Treasure Planet's Long John Silver in space kind of feel here, you know, which I'm down for. It's like, and I think the lead actress herself described this as somewhere between like Star Wars and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
yeah,
correct.
And I love both franchises. Obviously, a huge Pirates of the Caribbean fan. So,
okay,
I know you are.
Fuck you.
The battleship looks freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, the ship artwork in this is incredible. Wait till they get to the scenery now. They're going to show some planetary scenery. It looks beautiful.
Unique designs we haven't seen before. You know.
Yeah.
this music.
The costume
Lost
design is
Stars
fantastic.
is truly an epic science fiction adventure film.
Look at that.
Island in the Stars allows for all of these elements to come together in this confluence of a movie that I want to see, that is a action adventure fantasy science fiction movie.
It will be fun. You will love it, and we will do everything we can to make it the best that there is. So please.
Like, I love that design right there. That's cool.
Yeah, I love this, man.
Oh,
isn't that beautiful?
This film
yes.
will remind you of what you've missed out on and show you that it's still there, and you'll be able to talk to your kids and say, that's what it used to be like.
This is escapism entertainment.
I completely agree. R2 says real quick, did you play with the Where's Mags clips? No, I haven't. But give me 5 seconds.
I like it.
What the hell? That's pretty funny. Yeah, I think Mags would like that. No, this movie looks incredible. Turn it on just a smidgen here, but yeah, it looks incredible.
Whoa.
Island in the Stars. I can't wait for you to see it.
And that's how it should be. That's how it should be.
Yes.
Also, there was a ginger.
I know, right? It's like
they still exist.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, that's a great shot too, or piece of art rather.
Now,
Yeah,
if you
dude,
go to
that
if you go back to the Indiegogo page, it's part of their stretch goals tiers. They're going to try and go after Mel Gibson being in this movie.
I saw.
It has definite vibes of that.
Yes, and that looks like, to me, that looks like a movie that Mel Gibson would be a part of, because that one character very much looks like him.
I believe he's part
down.
of
Was
the,
it
like,
Hugh Jackman?
Yeah,
yeah.
We'll scroll down the artwork right under the tier. Keep going. Yeah, that you got right there. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Mel Gibson.
guess why they styled it there? Because they want Mel Gibson.
That's Mel right there.
Because they want Mel
That's
Gibson.
Mel. That is
Yeah,
Mel.
no, I think they've if you go further into their page to their stretch goals and such, I think that he's actually one of the reasons they're crowdfunding is because they want to be able to afford him.
Yeah, and I mean that would be great. I mean, it would be. This is what science fiction fantasy is supposed to be like. You're supposed to be excited when you see this, just knowing you're going to get a good story that's going to take you someplace else and make you forget about all this crap that you have to deal with. And that's what I want to do with my books. I want to give people new worlds. I don't want you to have to worry about agenda or anything crammed in there. I want you to have a good time. That's it.
This is what George did to make Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah. Stretch goal 750,000.
I mean,
that is totally Mel right there. That is totally Mel right there.
I mean, listen, yeah, that's a lot, and that's why I said when Samuel first showed this to me a month ago or like 3 weeks ago, I said I wish I had the power as a channel to put this in front of people, but I don't. But I said
Ben Mendelsohn and Hugo Weaving. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. But then I said, if Comicsgate can get comics funded in the 6 figures with their small base, because remember, Comicsgate, it's small. It hasn't grown to large proportions because they've slowed down over the years. But the Fellowship is 10 times bigger than Comicsgate.
That's why we were trying to get it in front of G&G, in front of FNT, because like even though like Ryan Kindle was saying about this, he said, that these stretch goals seem like a lot. He hopes it gets made, but this seems like a lot. It was like, dude, all you got to do is put it in front of your audience. They'll get it done.
Exactly.
And if they can't get it done, they will spread the word until it does get done.
And case in point, because that's also how it worked with Ripa.
That was exactly the example I was thinking of. Was like, look, how much money did Ripa garner in how short a time? Right, this can be done.
Yeah, the
just by the
fellowship.
fellowship.
Yeah, because between everybody that watches from G&G to Nerdrotic to Critical Drinker to Mauler. The fellowship is massive and it's generous and it's desperate for this kind of entertainment. So that's why I said if we could just put it in front of the fellowship on some of these bigger channels, this thing could get funded in a week. At least get out of the first stage. You could get that initial stretch goal done and get in the because they've still got another 30 days. Because those of you who don't understand how Indiegogo works, you get 2 30-day campaigns. They're coming up on the end of their first one. They got another 30 days ahead of them. This can happen. I like I said, I wish I was a big enough channel, but at this point in my YouTube life, I'm not. I can't be the EVS of this and get it. Everybody come look at it. But Gary can.
If somebody here on if somebody here on panel or here in chat, or we know somebody else who can get it in front of like a bigger audience, for bigger channels, if we can get them to look at it and to show people what it is and what it could be, I think it could get done in a weekend, let alone 30 days.
Yeah, and as long as you just put it, if you're having a stream, you do it the Comics Gate way. You entertain, you take 5 minutes, remind everybody what's going on, get them in there, and then go back to your entertainment part of the show. I mean,
I'll get it on Vets Talking tomorrow night, since Vets Talking has crossed 10,000 subscribers. A lot of people from obviously the same community. That all of us are a part of, but I think if we hopped it on this channel, on JV's channel, obviously because we're simulcasting. We'll talk about it on Vets Talking tomorrow night, and I think we can slowly kind of inch it up, and I think we can get it there.
Yeah, it just takes getting somebody's attention.
I'll pass it on to Loki's Mornings of Mischief, and to Pops.
Awesome.
Good deal. And that's what it takes, man. It takes the word of mouth. It takes a little bit. I threw what I could in, which wasn't much. It was like $50 or whatever, because that's what I had on me. But it's like, but that little bit, like if 11,000 people throw in $50 a piece.
Yeah.
In no time it gets done. And I also like to take
Raise your fist.
Yeah. I'd also like to take a minute to shout out Netters Network and Last Paul with Troy Placelli, because Tom Conkle was a guest on Netters Network's Thursday Things, and this is where I first heard about it.
That was a real good show.
Yeah,
from start to finish.
Good people too.
We should see if we can get him on for next week.
Troy?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'd love to have Troy on too. But see if we can get Tom on, since he was on, was on Troy's channel.
Well, man, I was toying with the idea of reaching out to him to get him over on SITV too. I can shill for both of us if you want.
Just for the record, I have to play something again for the exact reason.
Magitek Mags.
What's up, Mags? How you doing?
Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that.
Hey, Mags. Man. How you doing?
I'm good, Ryan. I like the new background setup that you got there going on.
Thank you. It's in lieu of the fact that this is not the office that I used to have. So I'm faking it right now until I eventually get my own house. Which with the way prices are, but no, it's fun.
Oh yeah, I get it.
But real quick, we'll show this one more time, and I'll put the link in the chat for everybody. So,
Island in the Stars, definitely support Tom Conkle with this. He is trying to create a sci-fi version of his own movie, so please support him.
Wasn't he on?
He was on script. He was on Script Doctor earlier this
right.
week. So,
Okay.
and I was modding for that. So please support Tom Conkle. He's one of those that's actually trying to do good in the indie sphere as far as filmmaking is concerned. So please support him. His if you haven't already, look at Joker Voice. You can probably fill me in on this. But his previous work on Amazon, you can find it. So if you really want to know,
would know more than that. Then
Sam
would know more than that.
Yeah, so anything else, he's a really good dude. He's really good people. He is trying very hard. He's trying to he understands us, so, for lack of a better phrase of doing it. So he's trying very hard to give us what we the people want, but also give us something that he can provide us as well. So please check out Island in the Stars. Anyway, I'm kind of like coming in like really like
Max comes in and repeats everything I just said.
Right, exactly. That's awesome.
Samiel, it's okay. I was reading your mind. There you go.
Yeah. No, but seriously, go check him out. His channel on YouTube, I believe, is The Real Deal with Tom Conkle. Real spelled REEL, as in movie reel. And I believe his last movie, Trouble Is My Business, is up in its entirety on that channel as well.
I think so, but you can also find it on Amazon.
Yes.
So if you need to find a place where he's trying to put his content out that is readily available for the regular public, yes, you can find it on Amazon. I think he even, Sam, you can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he also tried to put it on either Tubi or Pluto or something along those lines. I can't quite remember.
I think I heard something about that, but I don't know how it turned out exactly.
Yeah.
So like I've been recently reacquainted with him. Like I ran into his stuff a couple years ago with Midnight's Edge, and then I kind of fell off a little bit, and he came to my attention via Netter's Network and Troy Pacelli here a few weeks ago, and
Mr. Trunk answered my question on Tubi. So watch it there so he can get the ad money. So as much as Amazon is great, give him. We need to support. If we really want to say that we really support indie creators and what they're trying to do, and I think with Tom Conkle with this kind of film, Island in the Stars, he's trying to create something big out of it. For lack of a better phrase, I don't know what his plans are in the future with it, but I think he feels like he wants to create something big out of it. So therefore,
it's a franchise waiting to happen.
Yes.
Oh, it
hey,
looks like
hey, Adam,
at least a trilogy to me.
We talked before.
Yes, you've been on my channel before, man.
Yes, I have. Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm coming in. I've literally just been extroverting at an Italian restaurant, so I'm very like extroverted right now.
Does that mean buzzed?
Nice.
That has a lot to do with it. There's a lot of wine involved.
Nice.
Wow, I never heard that word being used for buzz.
Mags is out there shaking.
Hey, Cluu Channel. Hey, I'm Mags.
Hello, Mags.
You guys have been on a panel together too. On my channel, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God.
Hey, look, I've been extroverting a lot tonight, so I've been talking about horses and horseback riding and horse training and everything, so leave me alone.
Horses? What?
Yes, I love horses. Leave me alone.
Hey, real quick, speaking of my channel, I actually need to bounce out of here because I've got to
are you
some errands
leaving
to
because
run.
of me?
No, I'm leaving because I have to go walk home, run some errands in between here and there, and get ready for the 50th episode of Abyssal Musings.
Well, your show starts in 45 minutes, right?
No, it starts in like an hour, but it's like a half-hour walk, and I still gotta get some stuff set up.
Okay. Well, we usually go to about 2 hours, so go ahead, dude. Plug your shit, man.
All right, my name is Samiel the Infamous. You can find me on this channel of the same name. We do live streams throughout the weekend. Abyssal Musings on Friday. We're hitting up our 50th episode of that tonight. We are also announcing some new stuff for my co-host Larry, which should be coming up in the month of October, which is kind of exciting. And we are diving into Cthulhu and specifically into Lovecraft himself and his creations and his life through the month of October. And that begins tonight as well. So, and come on by if you If you got nothing better to do, come hang out with us. 9:30 p.m. tonight, Mountain Time, and then on Saturdays we do Screaming into the Void, which is a little less structured and a little bit crazier on Saturday afternoons. And then, not to forget, because two of my co-hosts for that are actually here on this very panel, Star Trek Engage on Sundays in the afternoons, 2:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Hopefully, the captain will return this week, so I don't have
I'll be there.
Threatening to gang rape all of the inmates to keep them in line.
Whoa! I don't sign up for that. Listen, I sacrifice myself on every away mission. I do not sign up for tentacle molestation. What the hell?
No. But it should be an interesting one this week. We're doing Dagger of the Mind, and we have Kenzo UK as our Wesley, our guest. So,
yay,
looking forward to that.
Outstanding. Well, get out of here, motherfucker. And everybody's information is in the description of my channel. I did it literally just now, so don't hate me. But yeah, there you go. So you can go subscribe to Samuel's channel over there. He's on a lot, so and he's super cool on this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I learned from the best. For those of you who don't know, Ryan is my hetero life mate. I'm just putting that out there so that everybody in the world recognizes step off my bitch. All right. That said, have a great night, everybody. We'll see you soon.
See you.
Good night, Sam.
Oh my God, that's wild. All right. Well, we'll let Mr. Cluu go. What you got coming up, man? Anything special?
Nothing coming up. Nothing coming up. I'm gonna reboot my channel when I get my studio up. You can find me on the Cluu Channel here and also Twitter. And I'll also be on the next show with Samuel.
Outstanding. And of course, Mags.
I just literally came. Sorry, Ryan.
Well, we forgive you.
It's what happens when I start talking with the local people here, and I'm like, "What are you doing? What do you do with your life?" And I just can't help myself, so I get into their life.
Oh, you're a social butterfly. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing.
I like to know people. That's my thing. So anyway, you can see okay. Lack of better phrase, I am everywhere all at once at this point. So
that's a good point.
So as you can see in my little sub tag there, everywhere I'm Magitek Mags everywhere on Odyssey, Rumble, Kick, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. I am literally like 6 subs away from 500 subs. So
nice.
Yes.
So
I am nowhere near like the watch hours, but 500 subs would be really fun to just celebrate and like it's really fun to just celebrate in general. And maybe I could do like a 500 sub count live stream where I invite everybody on. So including you guys. So
that'd be awesome.
I will send stuff out in the meantime. But anyway, you can find me like on Culture Sunday late shows, on Toxic Femininity, on Midnight's Edge, on Comics Division, on Monday Meltdown, when his Wednesday shows as well as Thursday night shows. We if you haven't known, 300 Mirrors Lily and I are on Dames and Dorks. We just had our 3rd episode this past Thursday, and in 2 weeks from this past Thursday will be our 4th episode. So make sure you're subbing to Inside All Day Podcast to watch us ladies talk about pop culture news. But other than that, you can find me here, of course, even though this is not as much time to give you, Ryan. I'm sorry.
You're fine. It's not a big deal.
But yes. So, but yeah, you can find me everywhere all at once, a lot of the time, and modding pretty much everywhere all at once. It feels like. But I love everybody here. Make sure everybody likes, subscribes, and when you do subscribe to everybody here tonight, please make sure you're watching people's videos so you have your subscription stick to people's channels, because YouTube will scrub your your subscription if you do not watch somebody's video, regardless if it's a live stream or anything otherwise. So make sure you're watching somebody's video or have it in a watch list immediately after the stream. That's all I'm going to say.
And ring the bell too. Ring that bell.
Ring that bell.
And also after a live stream, leave a comment because that will extend the algorithm.
Yes.
Yeah, YouTube literally just went through another shift. I think a lot of us have noticed the fact that views have gone down.
Shadow ban.
Yeah, so it's they fucked with something again because like views are low. They're definitely low. Even over here, and I've heard some of the other guys talk, you guys talk about that too, and it's
sorry.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Wow, JB had a heart attack.
Oh, wow. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
He's like, I just got the goof. That's it.
God, no.
Yeah.
No.
No, there is garbage going around, so I wouldn't be surprised if you get sick eventually. Lily, who are you gonna piss off on Twitter?
Well, Adam will be very happy to know that I usually make all the Star Wars stands angry about once a week.
That's good. I exist on Twitter solely to troll them. That's my primary purpose. I'm serious.
So I'm doing my part. So you can find me there on Twitter at 300 Mirrors, obviously. And then, of course, on Mondays, I'm here with these lovely gentlemen, Ryan and JV. We're talking Game of Thrones. So if you guys want to see us go crazy as the seasons progress, make sure that you tune in on Mondays. Yes.
2 episodes.
On Monday. And then, of course, on Fridays, here as well. So of course I'm always with the guys here. And then like Mags said, every 2 weeks we're going to be doing our stream on Thursdays, and that's with Nomi too. So Nomi's not here tonight, but she's actually with us on Mondays and Fridays, and also on Thursday with me and Mags. So make sure that you guys tune in, please. Thank you. And go follow Mags. Go sub to her, please, so she gets to her 500.
Yes, because Mag's information is also in the description. But yes, no, Nomi was here earlier, but she, of course, had to bounce.
Yeah,
she
she's
had
not
a phone
been
call
feeling well.
No, she has not been feeling well. She actually said that
going
she,
around.
most likely wasn't going to be on. So I was kind of shocked that she was here. It was nice of her to do that. Lastly, and certainly not least, would be the gentleman that was invited on to talk about the lovely Wheel of Time, Mr. Adam the Renaissance Nerd.
Well, Ryan, thanks for having me on tonight. I am Adam, Renaissance Nerd, YouTube channel, the same name. Check me out. I do takes, reviews in this pop culture war. Like many others, I am reviewing Ahsoka for one more week, reviewing Wheel of Time for one more week, playing games, all kinds of good stuff. You can catch my regular live streams on Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday is Mellow Mondays, which some of these fine people have an open door policy to. Come on in. It's a chill stream. We hang out, go down rabbit holes, trying to have a nice chill time. Wednesdays is my show Natural 20, where I usually have a bee in my bonnet or a burr in my ass, where I will rant and rave about something and generally complain. Thursdays, I try to do a gaming stream. Haven't lined up lately. Fridays, you can find me in about 40 minutes on Dermy Wormy's channel for Ball Busters. It's a sinking ship. I know.
Oh, that's the best
I'm
part.
locked in. Nowhere to go. But then on Saturdays, I recover. And I have a show with Jed, the Hollywood Scholar, called Saturday Night Drive-In. Mags has been a guest on it before. This week, speaking of Mel Gibson, we're doing Maverick. We're watching Maverick. You want to come on? You can come on if you got one time. We got seats open. You're welcome to come back, Mags.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'll shoot you a DM later on. Because we got
please.
time. Yeah, because I lost one of my panelists this week, and Jed hasn't filled the seat yet, so we got room, plenty of room. But Mags, you're welcome.
I love Mags.
Right, so
I love
Mags is joining us on Saturday now, 6 p.m. Eastern, on my channel, Saturday Night Drive-In, and then on Sunday, every 2 p.m. Eastern, on my channel, the Roundtable, where myself and several others, we gather, we discuss things, we have a good time, and then right after that, I'm right back here when we're not mutinying and doing Samuel's bidding on his channel. We're right back here for Star Trek Engage, where I am the red shirt and I get roasted. And this week, after Engage, I'll be over on Beelzehub, Devil Made Me Do Its channel for Get Ranked, where we're going to be ranking giant robot shows and anime. And we're going to make Dermy cry a little bit. We're going to make Dermy cry.
I think that's worth it to make him cry, actually.
Oh, yeah. Dermy's a permanent panelist on that now. He's permanent.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
So like Gundam, Robotech, that kind
Yep, those are on the list. Those are on the list.
What?
There's other things
He's
in
not.
the list. Yeah.
He's not seen Robotech at all.
Oh no, he's seen it. We're ranking like what's good, what's bad, but we're gonna make him cry. Extra Zero made him cry over Evangelion last weekend, and Dermy spurred out and just left at the end of the street.
I love. Okay, that is literally my childhood. Basically, is Robotech, Evangelion, Gundam, Gundam Wing, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Mags, I also do a once-a-month anime show called Anime Odyssey. Anime Odyssey returns on my channel in October after a 3-month hiatus. Myself and unfortunately Dermy Wormy is my co-host on that one. I can't escape the little retard. I really can't. Little retard is everywhere in my life. I can't get rid of him. He's a stink stuck on the bottom of my shoe. I just can't. No, so Dermy and I, next month we're doing Fire Force Season 1, and we are going to be joined by Kenzo, who will be guesting with us on Engage this week. And then I can announce it now. Next month for November's Anime Odyssey, we're doing some One Piece, because now One Piece, people are discovering One Piece all of a sudden. I'm an old school One Piece fan. We're doing One Piece Alabasta arc, and I may have some special guests lined up, working it out. It's far enough down the road. I may make it work, but I won't announce who that might be, because it would be embarrassing if they don't show up. Anyway, so guys, check out my channel. I greatly appreciate it, because people are saying I am shadow banned, so any support would be nice to get at
This is true, because I haven't seen you on Twitter show up on my news feed, so I don't.
And
I'm gonna have to seek you out personally. So
thank you. Well, yeah, and again, I'm on X Twitter at the Red Nerd, where, like with Lily, I'm there to make Disney Star Wars Stance Life miserable when I'm not promoting the stuff that I do on YouTube. Other than that, I'm there to shitpost. I'm there to shitpost. No other reason.
I love shitposting. Let's do it, y'all.
Yeah. I've been trying to get Mags to stalk me for forever, and like she won't do it. But how'd you get her to do it?
You, Ryan? What are you talking about? We're friends. Unfollow each other.
She stalks me. It's fine. Totally fine with it.
All right, well, Ryan, thank you for having me on tonight, dude.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for coming on, dude. I needed somebody to talk about the Wheel of Time with, who knows it a little bit better than I do. Maybe in the future for the Valley, might be able to get a Dreaming Tabitha on, because she's a huge fan. She despises it probably more than you do. But thank you, everybody in the chat. It's been awesome. And JV, you're the one that says goodbye.
I know, because I've got a thing. So, like everyone here, I've been reviewing Ahsoka. Thank God there's one more week of this, the weekly case of herpes that flares up every week. But next week, Disney is going to stick it to us with a double dose, because we get the end of Ahsoka and the premiere of Loki Season 2 in the same week.
I'm not touching that shit. I don't touch MCU garbage anymore. I draw the line.
So I will be probably on Sunday. I will probably be on with Wookie Be Bad noon Pacific time, and then I'm going to be on with Dork Wars about 5 p.m. Pacific time, 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then I will be back here Monday for Game of Thrones. I will be on with Roman of the Empire on Thursday for the finale of Ahsoka, and then back here Friday again for Friday night's Royal Rumble. Busy guy. Everyone, thank you for being here. Chat, you guys were awesome. Everyone have an amazing weekend. This is his channel, but no one gives two shits about him, so I get to say goodbye by saying toodles.
Maybe I am insane. Too hot to handle and too cold to hold. See this? Right there in the mouth! Macho Man Randy Savage of the Ultimate Warrior and the forces of Hulkamania that I have seen. Great strides before. What you gonna do when Hulkamania in the Ultimate Warrior? I'm getting your foot off my shoulder. Well, there you have it. I still haven't found. Here's the next champion. Don't worry about Vanna White.
Because comparatively speaking to the Macho Man Randy Savage, you are nothing but garbage. Nothing but garbage, Guyana. Yeah.